So now we have filled up most of the information for the decoupling report, and then we can adequately and professionally advise the uh, couple whether to decouple or not, and whether if they were to buy a new one, should it be too expensive? Is it too cheap? Is the person buying over able to take over the loan? Should they take over the loan and get more loan? And so on and so forth, right? And most importantly, the TDSR, whether the person can afford. That's the first thing. Then the second thing is the down payment, whether the down payment is adequate, and both finances are they able to cobble together the finances together. All right. Then the next thing would be to do a quick check, right? Doing the iValue valuation estimate quick check. All right. So when you do that quick check, then we have a quick look at this information here. Let's open the last one, which is step 7, and proceed to step 8. Right. So in this case, maybe I'll just say, right, and then okay, just randomly pick some unit, and then when you pick this unit, after you have picked this unit, then you said, let's open up and see whether we are able to pull up any past transactions, right? Please enter property address and size. Okay, so we enter the information. iValue is estimated at 2.3 million using a last rolling 12 months transactional database for a rough gauge. And the last transacted was 1.625 2008 0717. So in this case, yeah, I can change this to 2008. The person remember wrongly. In this case, remembering wrongly is okay because it's really no big deal. It wasn't really coinciding with the um, seller stamp duty requirements and so on. So in this case, it wasn't a big deal. But there are other times where it would be critical. Okay. So then when you run this report, then you can say, okay, do I want to run this report with show the latest 12 months or show the latest 13 month, and then with a distance of 500 meters or 1 km or 2 km. So you can actually show what are the nearby things around that place, to get a gauge. Maybe you want to decouple from this and buy another one which is nearby, right? And that would be important for property agents uh, and maybe perhaps even financial advisors to give your customer that option and that gauge so that you can get into a meaningful and data-rich discussion about what they can potentially buy around that area. Okay, that would be critical for analyzing or analysis, right? So once you have done with that, you can click a preview. After you click a preview, we think, or customer thinks that the valuation is 2.3. The data thinks it is worth 2.36. Obviously, taking into account the time to sell it and so on and so forth. But in this case, it's between John and Mary. They can sell it and buy it as as recent or as late as they want it to be. So the valuation or your transaction price should not be too much different from the bank's valuation, right? So in this case, we will see that the last transacted was 17 July 2008 at a value of 1.6 million. Nearby transactions of 0.5 kilometer radius is so on and so forth. Then you run the different reports, right? And then you see the recent transactions around that area. What is the price per square feet of bigger units, smaller units, and so on and so forth. Okay, and then once you have done that, it comes into the picture of what price are you going to decouple at, what is a fair price, without going to the bank first, right? You can run a iValue report, and then you don't have to go immediately to the bank. Obviously, the data does not have all the data, right? Some data is insufficient when the project is very thinly traded, so the value could be insufficient and you can't determine a fair value. But other times, it should be able to give you a fair value for most of the bigger, mid-sized to bigger projects. It should be able to give you a fair value which you can work on. All right, and then subsequently you can go to the bank and have that value firmly established and get it confirmed by the bank. All right, or you can come to us. We will, we will let you know what the valuation is from the bank. Right. So agents and property buyers or homeowners who want to decouple can come to iCompareLoan.com. All right, we'll help you with this. Okay, so once you have done that, it's pretty straightforward. You can generate the report and so on, and then what you can do is you can save the report. Right, I will do save as. In this case, I will just put it as iValue estimate. Okay, and then I put it as step, or it's a part 8. Step 8. Okay, save it. So at any one of these stages where you have saved it, you can actually download the report as a PDF, email it from the system to the customer. Bear in mind that if you email it to the customer, please email correctly, because if you put some information, customers' phone number, email address, and information, then you have to try and make it correct, right? iCompareLoan is not responsible for this. Right, so if you want to copy link, you can copy the link. The link is obviously copied, and then when you send it to a customer through whatever medium, social media or SMS or WhatsApp or WeChat, what you can do here is this is what your customer will see when they click open the link. This is the report they will see, right? And it retains all the dynamic things, right? So they can see, oh, this is properties, how much, right? And this is how much, and then they can see the information above it, right? All right, what are the active information that the customer can still see, right? Okay, so then let's go to back to here. When you have saved the report and so on, then you're done with this one. So what you do is talk to them, find what they need, and then advise them accordingly. If you face any difficult questions or you need some help, do let us know.